Hello, everyone. We're here to review a video game movie.
One that doesn't suck.
The one that doesn't suck. Be happy. It doesn't suck. Is it Oscar worthy? No. But it doesn't suck. All right, Mike, hit the synopsis.
Okay, so here's the story. The peaceful realm of Azeroth stands on the brink of war as its civilization faces a fearsome race of invaders, orc warriors fleeing their dying home to colonize another. As a portal opens to connect the two worlds, one army faces destruction and the other faces extinction. From opposing sides, two heroes are set on a collision course that will decide the fate of their family, their people, and their home. Now, I want to make this clear for those who are very much outside, like complete outsiders when it comes to Warcraft. This is not a World of Warcraft movie. This is more based on the original 1994 RTS game. I just want to make that clear for those who may be confused. Now, on that note, Brock, let's start with you with the positives.
For those of you that actually remember, there was a Warcraft before World of Warcraft. Positives? How am I going to say this? Blizzard is known, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, of being the kings of cutscenes. They're always beautifully done, and they spend an unneeded amount of time making them look good. I wanted so badly for CGI in this movie to look in the style of Blizzard cutscenes, but dialed up a couple notches. A lot of this movie looked exactly like that. And that made me happy. Positive. Conklin was in this movie, but he only had 2 lines. Noticed him in the trailer of like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. He better not annoy me as much as he did in Arrow. Toby Kebbell, positive. Toby Kebbell got a lot better of a role in this movie than he did in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like I'm not sure if maybe Fantastic Four was just not a good role for him, but I think as long as he stays in motion in like performance capture roles, he can do some really amazing stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Thank God Andy Serkis has paved the way for more performance capture in movies.
Yes. Other positives. The action looked good. The armor and stuff looked realistic yet honorary to what the game was. It had a lot of insinuated bumps and curves and stuff on it that they kept. The orcs looked literally ripped clean out of the game. That was kind of scary. I didn't think they'd go in that much detail, but like everything in detail in this movie. My good Lord. Oh man, his name is slipping my mind. Hold on. Duraton. Toby Kebbell's character. I'm sorry, there was a lot of names in this, and they rarely ever said them. Like, all the detail on him, like the piercings in his teeth to like his weird goatee ring, and all of his hair and all that stuff that just moves so vividly. It just stupid amount of detail in each one of these characters.
He was Duraton.
Yeah, he was Duraton. Like, Black Hand in this movie looked nuts.
Voiced by Clancy Brown.
Oh.
Like, that's perfect right there.
Yes. Just the landscaping, insane. How vibrant all the colors and stuff looked. I just gush on about simple stuff, but Mike, you go ahead.
I don't even know where to start. Yeah, I guess I will continue the gushing of Toby Kebbell, who, my God, forget Fantastic Four. This guy is an amazing actor. I say that because, like, when you have things like motion capture or piles of makeup that like that kind of limit your movements, the fact that he's able to act through all that is super, super impressive. Also, Paula Patton did a good job as Garona, who is not all that dissimilar from Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Little hard to miss that one.
Honestly, with a few exceptions, we'll get to that in a negative. A lot of the cast did a great job. I liked the actor who played Lothar.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
It was Travis Fimmel, I believe.
Yeah, the guy from Vikings.
Yep.
What else as far as positives? The visuals, yes, the visuals are amazing. All the magic scenes looked pretty awesome. At some points, like when they showed like all the like the Fel and the other magical aura, I was thinking, you know what? If Fox was brave enough to redo Dragon Ball Z in live action, with ILM's help, they could pull it off. By the way, ILM did the special effects for this, and yeah, you can tell.
ILM and a completely different team of everything else associated with that movie. That's a train wreck we never need to go into. I'm not even a fan, and I knew that movie was bad. What else?
How about just Duncan Jones as like in general? The fact that he loves this franchise. This movie could only be a labor of love, and the fact that he's already just a good director, like it kind of gives this movie a lot of credibility. If you ever want to see interviews with him, check out Collider Video and Schmoes Know. Both got to interview Duncan Jones about pretty much everything that went into make like how this movie got made, and just like the people that he was working with. Fun fact: guess who was originally supposed to direct this movie?
Peter Jackson.
Nope.
I got nothing.
Sam Raimi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded that. I really wouldn't have minded that.
So, yeah, when you have to be really knowledgeable of the material, and you have to have just good directing chops if you're going to take over for Sam freaking Raimi.
Yeah.
Any other small stuff that we can talk about as far as positives before we break down the negatives?
I just go into little different things. It would be more gushing on visual effects. So I guess if we're going to talk about negatives, we should talk about them. I'm normally a fan of Ben Foster.
Oh God, let's talk about this.
Wow, was the Guardian ripped clean out of Batman and Robin?
What the hell even was this performance?
I don't know.
I just
all this is so normal. And then you get Mr. Freeze up in here acting like, my powers aren't normal. The Fel has come upon me in darknesses and darkness. What?
Oh.
And then he turned into Mecha Lucifer all of a sudden. I'm like, what was that?
This is a quote from the review that will be up later on the website. The one genuine miscast who doesn't work at all is Ben Foster's Medivh, who seems to be doing an impression of Ewan McGregor, doing an impression of Christoph Waltz.
Yeah.
And that like this is the one like actual miscast in the movie. Dominic Cooper I thought was a little bit too young to play the king, but he's Dominic Cooper. He's always gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But seriously, imagine how much better Medivh would have been if he was played by an Ewan McGregor or a Christoph Waltz. I know that's
amazing.
I know that's kind of typecasting, but still,
typecasting works.
Yeah, there's a reason why studios do it.
Yeah. The ending of this movie kind of fell apart for me.
All right.
Like, what is the female orc's name? Not Corona.
I know this. Oh, Draka?
Draka. She gets killed in the most overly obvious I knew that was going to happen possible by jumping onto a dagger that was plainly left in plain sight. And then out of nowhere, King Cooper just goes, I know what's going to be able to make your family like you again, even though you just show them you're a huge traitor and you're murdering them mercilessly. Stab me in the back. No one is watching us have this conversation right now. In the middle of a battlefield with thousands of people, no one is noting us having this 5-minute conversation about betray me in front of everyone. They'll trust you again. I'm glad no one was paying attention to that. I'm going to go run over here. You stab me in the neck. By the way, don't communicate this with anyone else that's on the good side so that when they see that you murdered me, they don't think you just murdered me because you're a traitor.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, hold on. Did you really think that through, King Cooper?
Yeah, because it's like, oh, and use the knife that we gave you. So it's that obvious that I got stabbed by you. What the fuck? I don't know. And I'm normally a fan, not a fan. Well, I'm normally really not a fan of Ex Machinas, especially in movies like this. And this had one of the worst ones ever, in my opinion. This big magical portal. They have no way of getting out of this place. They're surrounded on all fronts. The only way that stuff can get in there is orcs bleeding in from their planet that this portal was built specifically for. Magically, Ben Foster comes out of Cuckoo Land and opens a magic wonderland portal into the only place they need to get to so all the prisoners can get away just in time for only the king to not make it and get murdered.
I guess that kind of leads into one of my biggest issues with this. The pace here's how I describe the pacing of this movie. It's like the movie had a lead foot on the gas pedal and just kind of sped through the entire movie. And it like this movie clocks in at like just over 2 hours. I honestly wouldn't have minded an added 20 to 30 minutes.
I wouldn't have minded an hour and a half.
just so this movie has some room to breathe, so we can get to know the characters, a lay of the land, understand everyone's motivations and backstories.
And don't take this as we're ripping the movie apart. But if we said everything was perfect, you wouldn't want to watch a reviewer that just went, all is good, goodbye, good night. We're just being honest here. Because I really like this movie up until the end. There's a lot of movies that I like that the ending just falls to trash.
Star Trek Into Darkness is certainly one of those.
Yeah, Tribble Blood. Good Lord, don't talk to me about Tribble Blood. But yeah. And there's one other gripe that I had. It's really minor, and it only bugged me at certain points. Tell me if you noticed this. This is a movie that, in the way that their lines are framed, is supposed to be kind of Lord of the Rings-esque period fantasy.
Okay.
There was a lot of time periods where there was the snark of like a 15 to 16-year-old teen coming out of Lothor.
Oh, yeah. I could hear that sometimes.
And some other lines that are very much things that just wouldn't have been said in the tone that they were said in the setting that they had. And it kind of felt like it was something that would be said now. There wasn't many, but when the moment happened, I was, wow, that felt out of place.
Yeah, I guess that kind of made the movie feel a little anachronistic. Like Lothar was fighting in this war with basically a rifle or a musket or something.
A boomstick.
A boomstick.
Hail to the king, baby. And they open with that too. This is a boomstick.
So I guess not
slaptastic idiots.
So I guess not all of Sam Raimi's ideas were lost.
No.
What one remained?
No. But anyways, go on.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. When you have things like that, I guess you can kind of just suspend your disbelief and just think and just say to yourself, this takes place in, well, clearly not on Earth. It takes place in its own world.
Yeah.
Now, as much as we had problems with this movie, I want to see a sequel. I want to see this become a franchise.
Yeah, that's the first thing. I would say first thing I said leaving the theater. I live in a town of 3,000 people, and I went and saw this movie at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday. This is the first time in my entire life I've had this experience. I had the whole theater to myself watching Warcraft. It was so surreal. No lines, nothing. I walk in there, I'm like, there's honestly no one else in here. I'm going to see the first
that happen a couple times.
And I've come close to where I've been with friends and seen something alone. Like, oh, I can't remember what movie it was. I went with two friends, and we literally had the entire theater, not just my, like, section of the theater empty. We were the only ones in there. But this is one of those movies where I had nothing against the movie that was presented, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to like the sequel more than what I liked with this because of setup, which is clearly shown in abundance in this movie.
This is the kind of movie where you really can only go up from here.
Yeah. And I really hope this movie does well because I want to see a StarCraft movie so bad.
I was joking because of reports that like Warcraft was doing so well in China. I was joking with other people in various groups. Yeah, expect a StarCraft announcement on Monday.
Could happen. That box office goes pretty nuts. You're gonna see a couple of different properties start littering around. StarCraft would be the first one.
Couple more things. One more thing I forgot to mention in positives. How'd you like the music?
Good.
Did you know that's the same composer who did Pacific Rim?
No, but I can kind of tell now that you mentioned that.
And Game of Thrones, and I think the first Iron Man.
Well, I don't watch Game of Thrones, but it had something that I would feel would be appropriate for Game of Thrones mixed in with it. But yeah, wow, Pacific Rim, yeah. Figure it's legendary. They probably got the same guy working on everything with that.
Probably.
Oh, we could go on to other things about Pacific Rim too, but we'll do that at a different time. Well,
final thoughts?
Final thoughts. People, video game movies aren't impossible. You just need people that actually care. It's like, this has got me excited even more for Assassin's Creed now.
Oh, yes.
And anyone that's seen that trailer and think that movie's going to be bad, aside from the atrociously unbalanced, nowhere near fitting, stupid Kanye West song that got thrown in there, that trailer looked awesome. And yeah, we'll be doing a review for that.
Oh, yes, we will.
Oh, yes, we will. But final thoughts. Yeah, it was good. They accurately depicted the world. They accurately told the story that they wanted to tell without it feeling, I shouldn't say rushed because we did kind of say it had the pedal to the metal, but it didn't feel too jarring, like enough to make me say that this was a bad movie. It was a good movie. Like we said, it wasn't Oscar worthy, but it doesn't need to be a good movie. I'm the only person on the planet that thinks that Resident Evil movies are good. There's differences of opinions. But Mike, what did you think about it?
For what it was, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Yes, it has flaws. No, this movie is not getting any Oscars aside from maybe like Best Visual Effects nomination, because those effects are amazing. I want to see more from this universe. I want to see Duncan Jones kind of branch out from his small indie films and kind of like go for these like big larger than life projects. I want to see Toby Kebbell continue to be awesome in other things. And I want to see video game movies like transcend above where they are now. So yeah, overall, I'm satisfied. I do not think the critics are well, they're entitled to their opinions, but I honestly think they missed the mark on this one.
I do too. And everyone, including people that are on my Facebook, if this person's reading this, they'll probably know I'm talking about them. Just because the movie is not unbelievably perfect, it's the worst thing on the planet. Because this is freaking Warcraft, and it was meant to be Shakespearean opera, where everything flowed perfectly and no errors were had. Sorry, people, that movie doesn't exist. There's stuff even wrong with The Shawshank Redemption. I'm going to be the guy to say it, but no movie's perfect. Stuff goes wrong. But anyways, enough about that. We both enjoyed the movie. You guys should go watch it. This is our review. By the way, we talk about spoilers in this review. You're going to go back in time and realize that we talked about it. It's a little late to say that, but it's going to be in the title, and you know that we always talk about spoilers. So, my name is Brock Emmerich. It's been a pleasure to be able to talk about this movie with Mike. Find me at WayneTech7 on Twitter, Organoid0 on YouTube, and at the Geeks and Gamers Facebook page. I'm an admin there.
And you guys can find me at Captain K42 on Twitter. Look for me in the Facebook groups, Geeks and Gamers and Sons and Daughters of Movie Talk. You can find my written review for Warcraft on geeksandgamers.com, where you can sign up for the site, join the conversations on the geek boards, get geek points, enter those raffles and earn some free stuff, and have a blast. Last but not least, subscribe to the Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel. They're coming in the fall, the Arrowverse After Show, and currently playing We Are Geek, Ask an Admin, various movie reviews and vlogs and other stuff. Whole lot of fun things going on.
Yes, this will be going up on Saturday. Our Ask an Admin that we did will be going up on Sunday, and also there's a new show that we're going to be doing, another after show. Starting, I need to find out when the show starts again. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I want to talk with the two hosts that I'm going to be doing it with when we want to announce it. But there's a new after show starting that our anime page should be happy about. So
I know where this is going.
Yeah, you do. But we'll talk about that when the time is more appropriate. So stuff's happening, guys. We're planning more things. I'm really freaking happy that this one's going to be happening. So you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.